Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to the Dean Paz Podcast. And today we have a special guest. Is a very close friend of mine. I would even say a brother to me. Max Kraus is in the house. If you don't know who Max Kraus is, he is an actor. He is a stuntman extraordinaire. He's worked on some of the most A-list movie sets in the world. Sword fighting, jumping out of buildings, getting punched in the face, getting set on fire. Anything you can think of, he's done it. Welcome to the studio, Max. How you doing?
Thank you very much, Dean. Man, it's an honor to be here.
Did I miss anything in the intro, or is there...
Haven't set myself on fire yet. Threw myself off a building, but only 10 meters high.
That was the surprise at the end of the podcast. We're gonna set you on. So it is gonna happen.
So that's why I should brought my suits. Oh my God. That's why it's warm in here.
Okay. Tell us, what is a stuntman? What is it really to be a stuntman? Because we see movie stars and movies, and we see these action sequences where people are getting punched and jumping off of things and getting run over by things.
Yeah, pretty much.
What does it entail? What is the life of a stuntman?
So the idea, I would say, a stunt performer or a stunt double. Let's start there. Stunt doubling is where you have the actor and he has an action fight or a car chase, a horse riding scene, a sword fighting scene, anything really that could cause risk or risk the actor's life. So you bring in a stunt double. Usually it looks like him, has the same build, same physique, ideally same sex. So unless you're in China, I guess. I don't know, I'm sorry. But yeah, so the idea is that he does all the dangerous bits in order to keep the actor safe.
So the relationship of, let's say, the movie Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, Tarantino film.
Yes, of course.
Leonardo DiCaprio plays the actor. Brad Pitt plays the stunt double.
Yes, sir.
Are there those kind of relationships? Do you get tight and close with your
So in my
doubling?
career, I haven't done many doubles. I've done a lot of character action roles. Mm-hmm. So usually those roles require you performing with the lead actor or with any of the actors in the movie. Mostly fighting scenes. I come from a background of martial arts and military, so it's a lot of hand-to-hand combat. Again, sword. I'm a huge lover of swords, so that's my bread and butter. So I'll give you an example. I had many fight scenes with Catherine McNamara on Air Force One Down. I trained and instructed Evergreen on Dirty Angels. I wasn't on paper like doubling Henry Cavill for Witcher, who played Man of Steel, Superman. But I was his sword double on set. So basically I taught him as well with the Tolga, the fight choreographer, and Wolfgang Segeman, who was the fight coordinator. So we taught Henry Cavill all the fight scenes on Witcher Season 3. And then so I'll give you an example. So we're on the day on set, Henry has a fight scene. So in order for him to get ready and he has his time, they bring me in and we run through the whole fight on set, with the stunt performers, with the actors, with the extras, whoever's involved. And then when he comes in, obviously he's well prepared. We have 4 months to train with Henry. So he was spot on. Actually, honestly, one of the top actors that I've got the honor to work with. So yeah, where was I going with this? What were we talking about?
I just wanted to ask, you got into this field, right? This is like kind of a dream come true. You're doubling and you're doing stunts literally for Superman. Okay, I know you pretty well. You have you have your head on your shoulders. Your feet are on the ground, firmly planted. How do you balance that work to life? And there's a lot of big egos in Hollywood. There's a lot of big people that want to be seen and want to be heard. And I just see you as such a genuine guy. You're so you're a humble guy. How do you keep that energy, and how do you maintain your image?
So I fell into this industry, really. So I finished my military service here in Israel. I was in Sayed Nachal, and then I was an instructor. I was a Madlich Chav Maga, as well with the Lochama team. And then I finished my service and I was going to go into security. But long story short, I got into a car crash, which kind of took me out of that whole career. And I decided to pack my backpack and fly myself to America, which I also hold an American passport. Mm-hmm. And so blessed. I was very lucky that I was able to do that. So landed in Miami, Florida. Then I moved myself to New York. And again, mostly security like Sheriff's Department, NYPD theme vibe. And then from New York, I moved to California. And in California, I was a VIP protection for Avi Leno, who was a producer. Mm-hmm. And he actually got me into this world. So while I was working for him in California, there was a film in Bulgaria called The Outpost. And he flew me there to see how it is like working on set. And then I discovered the stunt team, the stunt world. And I saw a bunch of guys with fake AKs, taking gunshot reactions, falling down, getting back up with a smile, which is very different from what we were experienced to beforehand. So I was like, okay, I walked up to the executive producer and I asked him, which in a way, thinking back, it's a lot of the, as my girls say, chutzpah, like the Israeli chutzpah. Because like I felt like I could do that, like why not? He's a human being, I'm a human being. Like we're at the end of the day, we want to make a goal, and the goal is to have an action scene. Yeah, you need people for the action scene, and I am people for now. So like, put me in. So I asked him, and he was like, "Be careful what you wish for." Very next day, I was dressed up as a Taliban terrorist, running around with a fake AK on the hills of Bulgaria, Sofia, and taking gunshot reactions from a helicopter, falling down, getting back up, dusting myself, and like having a laugh, having a good time. So that's what got me in, yeah? Mm-hmm. And obviously we'll talk about it, but stunt roles led into more like acting, speaking action roles, and then it was more acting roles, and so that's...
What's the biggest misconception about stunt work and the stunts in general?
Explain this question for me, please.
Like, what do people usually think that's wrong about, the stunt world, what they go through, like how the lifestyle is like versus the realities. Like, what's the realities on the set? Like, how does it work practically? And if somebody that's watching this that wants to get involved in stunts, what should they be wary of? What type of person should pursue this?
I think anybody who obviously has a physical background, as a lover of fitness, movement, martial arts, teaching, human-to-human relationship, communicating, putting in that overtime when necessary and not complaining about it, having your smile at the end of the day. Because I think that's where a lot of people, at least in my career from what I've seen, you have hundreds of stunt performers. And not 100 stunt performers work, unfortunately. And I think the big difference is if you have that attitude that you want to give 120% of yourself. And as I mentioned earlier, we all have a goal. And the goal is to make something epic. Is to make something cool. Is to make something fun. And if you're having fun making it, then you'll be good. You'll be solid. But again, if you have martial arts background, gymnastics background, which I find was very, very useful. I don't have a gymnastics background, but I've seen people that can fly, and they doubled Spider-Man, and they doubled Captain America. Andy Lister, huge friend of mine. Andy Lister, shout out to Andy Lister. I love you. Big friend of mine. And so martial arts, gymnastics, if you have military, which also helps because there's a lot of action movies out there. And I find that every time you are on a film set, don't bring in the package that you already have. So come as a sponge. Be open to learn more because you're never going to be perfect. Nobody's perfect. I'm not perfect. And there's always more room to learn and more room to adjust. And you learn from every person on set, not only the stunt world. You learn from the actors, you learn from the director, you learn from the crew, the cameraman, the sound guy, which became friends of mine, Sebastian. So it's like it's an open world where if you're willing to put down the work, willing to give 120% of yourself, you'll do great. You'll be fine.
What role would you say was like your big break, if you had to say something? Like, what role gave you the ability to transition from a stuntman to an actor?
I would maybe Red Sonja. I would say Red Sonja because, and a funny story about Red Sonja. So I was hired on that film as a stunt performer, and coming back to what I said earlier, giving 120% of yourself and being open and being happy and being, putting a smile on your face and doing the best job that you can do. So there was another actor, which I won't mention his name, but there was a clash between him and the director of that film, and because of that clash, unfortunately, he had to be let go. Now, I was there, again, as a stunt performer because I'm a lover of swords, and they wanted me for my skills. So then, after I heard that bust happened, I got an email saying all the lines in the character of X character will be moved to Larkin. And then I'm looking through the script. I'm like, who's Larkin? Who's Larkin? Because I read the script and I was like, and I was Larkin. And then I got all as a character, pretty much, which was a huge honor. And it's huge, like, because, I wasn't asking for it. I come to offer. That was the first mindset I put myself through. Pardon me. That was the first mindset I told myself. Always come to a place and offer something. Don't come to a place and take. Yeah. Because the takers, they'll take, they'll take, and they'll give nothing. They won't. I'm not gonna say they get nowhere, but they'll get somewhere. But they won't be happy. I'm guessing at the end of the day.
What was your, like? I guess I know you said you kind of fell into the world of acting. You fell into the world, but I'm sure somewhere like a little kid, Max, was like watching TV and was saying like, wow. Like, Sylvester Stallone, Jason Statham, like, who's your like biggest inspiration? Is it like going old school like Bruce Lee? Are you more, new school Chad Stahelski, kind of John Wick, kind of that kind of?
Love Chad Stahelski.
So what's the one that like really gives you the motivation?
So funnily enough, none of those. Russell Crowe, Gladiator. Viggo Mortensen, Lord of the Rings. Wow. Aragon.
He broke he kicked. There was a scene where he had to kick a helmet of an orc.
Yes.
He broke all of his toes or something, and he kept going in the scene.
That scream was real. When he yelled. I just saw that movie again yesterday with my girlfriend.
I love
my
that.
partner, my wife now. Hey, yes.
Wow.
You gotta change that mindset.
Exactly.
Yeah. Those types of films. I used to, I wouldn't say break my mom's broomsticks, but I used to, find them broken. And I used to practice. I used to practice with broomsticks on the rooftops of Elat, where I'm originally from. So it was always like that were like swords. I always found that like the extension of that body, which was something that I always connected to. So that was watching those films, and brilliant films. Lord of the Rings is still one of my favorite films. Yeah. And I would say deep down inside, thanks to those films, it allowed me to go through a lot of my childhood. And in a way, maybe that's why I am in the job that I am right now. It's the love to those types of cinemas.
Yeah. My name is Maximus Decimus Meridian. Are you not entertained? Is this not why you are here?
Bingo. You're not entertained? Are you entertained? I hope you're entertained. It's my first time doing a podcast, by the way.
Pop in the cherry. Pop in the podcast cherry. So tell me, okay, you work in an industry which is overwhelmingly, I guess I would say in recent years, anti-Israel sentiment, right? You have a lot of people that boycott Israeli actors, boycott even Jewish actors in certain cases. Yeah. I know you wear your identity with honor, with pride. You served in the IDF.
Yes, sir.
How do you marry these two worlds, and are you afraid of speaking out or saying things that will jeopardize your career potentially?
Never afraid. I'll say that first of all, and first of all, God first. That's the most important. And I'll tell you a story. Recently, I was doing a film in Ireland. And Ireland, as we know, is not the biggest fans. But with every job that I go to, I'll be honest, I don't say the first thing. I was like, hey, I'm Israeli. Hey, I'm a Jew. Hey, because those are all things that I was born into. It wasn't a choice, I'm proud of it, of course. And if you ask me the question, where are you from and everything, I'll tell you. But first of all, I allow the person to get to know who I am before he judges me where I was from. So in any job that I go to, I'm Max Kraus, originally Maximilian Doan Krauskopf, but I'm Max Kraus here. And I'm on this job because XYZ hired me, XYZ wants me to do XYZ whatever. I'm here because I'm a tactical advisor, I'm a tactical advisor. I'm here because I'm a sword expert, I'm a sword expert. I'm here because I'm an actor, I'm an actor. So you shouldn't judge me because of where I was, because, hey, Big Boss put me here. God put me here. Mm-hmm. Same reason for why God put you here. We're here to do a job, and we're here to do the best job that we can do. So I tried to leave all of that at the door, but of course it comes up and the conversation arises, where I was from, what did I do? And in every situation, almost every situation, after a couple of days, couple of weeks, when the people get to know me, and then they're really curious. Hey, by the way, like, where are you from? And I tell them I'm from Israel. And I see that shock because, one, they never met someone from Israel, probably. Mm-hmm. And two, all they know about Israel is what they hear in the news. and Instagram and TikTok.
Well, thank you for also, like, when you say that you are from Israel, I'm sure that they're a bit intimidated, and they, you know, if they would want to mess with somebody in general from Israel, I'm sure like they'll hesitate at least a little bit with you. I don't think they'll be as aggressive, right? So
I would sure hope not. It would be not a mistake. I'll forgive them and I'll try to. But
just two to the throat. Wow. So basically, your like most recent acting roles, right? Yes. You have. I don't even know if we're allowed to talk about all of them. Yeah,
I was very honored to be in a film called Masters of the Universe, He-Man. I was playing Officer T. Black. Hopefully I'm still in the film.
Officer T. Black.
I don't know. That was the beginning of this year. So we'll see once the movie is edited.
This is your second time working with Idris also, right?
No, that was... so I first worked with Idris Elba on Luther. Yeah, absolutely correct. Yeah, that was the second time. Yes,
we do our homework here.
Third time will be, inshallah. Please get
But you had kind of like a near-death experience.
Thank you. Yes. Yeah.
Can you tell us about
Again, thank God we're here. Thank God we're alive. So I worked with the stunt team on Luther, the film, with Idris Elba, of course. Huge honor, big respect. And there was a prison fight in the film. I think it was in Dorchester in the UK. And we were filming we're filming the scene down there for like a couple of weeks. And there's this tackle that I had to do. I was selected to this tackle where I grab Idris Elba's ass and I tackle into the floor. I haven't washed my hands since then, by the way, I'm joking. So I tackle into the floor and then he spins me around and he just wails on me. Wails, all part of the choreography, of course. And then he's meant to grab my chest and throw me like into one of the prison bars. Anyways, I tackle him, take him to the floor. He grabs me. He's about to do the roll, and all of a sudden we hear, ba-boom! He grabs me. I grab him. We're locked face to face, eye to eye. He's like, "You okay? You okay? Yeah, I'm okay. What happened? We look to the right, and this massive light fell from the ceiling, one of the set lights, and it was inches away from where we were both gonna roll into. Yeah. So, thank God, really, we're okay. We're alive. We're well.
Yeah. Wow.
But yes, that's but then. Wild. Second time when I met Idris was
Wait, who was on top though?
What do you mean? Oh, he was on top.
Okay, so you would have been fine either way.
So I was a
Yes. Okay, I want to talk about a good friend of yours, Jon Voight, yes, who has been outspoken also in all things Israel. Big fans of Jon Voight from,
of course,
Midnight Cowboy. That was like all-time classics. I love that film. But he's been around for a very long time.
Yes, and hopefully for much longer.
What's your experience been like working with him, and how has he changed your life?
Okay, so pre-war, pre-October 7th, I did 2 films with him. And during the time of the war, like in that, I would say, days before 7th October. I think we started the film on the 2nd or something. And so I'll get to your question. But big thanks to him, because I remember when October 7th happened, we were still in prep for that film. And I felt like obviously the need to come back. And I was trying to get the first flight back here. And he kind of, gave me the salute, of course. Even Stephen Paul and Kyle Otto, who are the producers, gave me the okay. Like, you got to do what you got to do. So big respect to him, much love to him. And big respect to all the work that he does for Israel. Like, I wish, hopefully, I could be in his shoes, in the future to do all the good things that he's done. But how has he changed my life? He's another... How do you say? How does my girl say it? A light warrior. He's a warrior of light. And he stands for what's right. He stands for, fighting darkness, fighting evil in this world, and something that I could only aspire to be.
Wow.
No.
Bring him on the pod next time, huh?
Yeah, I would love to. I'll shoot him a text.
Shout out, Jon Voight. See you soon. Manifesting.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Let's, Jason Statham, Eva Green, Megan Fox, Taylor Swift, Nicolas Cage.
Yeah.
What do all these people have in common?
I haven't worked with Jason Statham yet.
Oh,
But with all the rest.
we're manifesting.
Manifesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, please God.
I don't know if they want to put you on camera with him. It'll look too short. Too big of a height
He
gap.
moves really, really well.
Yeah.
Like I know a lot of teams that worked with him, of course, and we're keeping it to Beekeeper. I believe just wrapped the second one.
Wow.
Big French team, Godefroy. He is a good friend of mine. I met him on Witcher season 2, where I played a character called Tolbert. But all the rest of the names: Eva Green, Taylor Swift, Catherine McNamara,
That brought
Nicolas
some
Cage.
serious points. So we have a shout out American Acting Center.
Yes.
Book your audition today.
You better. No, I'm just
We
kidding.
had Max as a guest teacher. He taught a fighting and stunt work class, stunt work workshop, which was amazing. The students loved it.
Thank you.
And he was also there for the we have a kids class as well, which you got to know your demographic. And the thing that they were most excited about was the Taylor Swift music video. So can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah. So
You got brownie points with all the a lot of young kids, but some
yeah,
adults as well.
I'll take it. I'll take it.
She's very well known.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So it was. I got that job thanks to a Super Bowl commercial that I did back in 2023. I was representing Miller Lite versus Coors Light, and the same coordinator for that job put me forward for the music video, and I was there as a stunt performer. So it was, I think, 5 of us or 6 of us. I'm sorry, that we had this fight scene with it wasn't only Taylor Swift, but it was with Joey King and Team Jacob, Twilight. What's his name? Taylor Lautner.
Taylor Lautner.
Thank you. Okay. Taylor Lautner. Team Jacob. I'm Team Jacob. Okay? I'm on your side. Don't bite me. So so we have a fight scene in the music video. I think it was called "I Can See You." If I can see, I can see. Yeah, that's the song. And so it's thanks to the Super Bowl commercial who put me forward for that job, which I was able to do the fight scene with Joey King. It was the second time fighting Joey King, because the first movie we did was called The Princess. Another huge, big respect for her, big friend. I think she recently got married. So Mazel Tov, congratulations. But yeah, that was good fun.
Awesome. And now you just came back from Morocco.
Yes, sir.
Working on
Lords of War.
Lords of War.
Yes.
Much hotly anticipated sequel to Lord of War.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
With Nicolas Cage, we have Bill Skarsgård attached, and you might see me.
Wow.
Very, very, very honored
I love
again.
the first movie. I love
great film.
the first movie. Wow.
Great film. Yes.
Amazing film.
Yeah, so we started filming that in Belgium, Brussels, and then we moved over to Casablanca, and next up we're going to jump around Morocco. I don't know exactly all the locations, but we'll be in Morocco.
Wow.
Nice.
Max, what's your dream role? I know we've spoken about this before, but if you could design a role just for yourself, I know you're a big Star Wars guy.
I am.
You're a lightsaber. You're such a Star Wars guy that you made your own Star Wars lightsaber Duel of the Fates style fight with Force and everything included.
Yes, sir.
Force.
Can we put that up? No, I'm joking.
Play the clip. Roll the clip. Roll the clip. Oh yes. So what's your dream role? What would you absolutely have to pinch yourself every day?
So I would say I was blessed to do so many good jobs this year. One of the top ones that I loved is my passion project called Jon, who is this mixture of John Wick, John Constantine, vampire hunter, and he's on a quest.
John Carden also? Jonathan Carden?
Yeah, sure. Shout out Jonathan Carden. Yes. There's a love scene in there, so we need to, yeah. Sorry, I love you. I love you. So the idea plays that he goes to annihilate evil, because which is going to be a prequel or a sequel, which is another story which I'm going to do, and it's in the making at the moment. It's called Old Jon or Jon 2.0. And so coming back to your question, I would love to play a role that shines light against evil. So Aragorn is a big one for me. Lord of the Rings. He's good character that just does good, and wants to aspire, hopefully,
If you had
future
your pick of
generations
all the directors right now working in Hollywood,
to film
all the directors to direct Jon
There's a
2.0.
gentleman called Dean. I think I think he's very good. Maybe I get him involved.
Yeah, at this point you're gonna be singing and dancing a lot. But we'll
Hey,
see
why
how that
not? A
opens
musical
up. Yeah.
action film.
Wow.
Hey, hasn't done before. Hasn't been done.
Wow.
We're gonna be the first ones.
I wanted to talk a little bit about as well.
Yeah.
You know, like the things that you do, and like you know how you have the actor's actor, right? The actor that the actors in the industry, they look to them as an inspiration, and they look to them to say like, wow, that stuff, like wow, incredible.
Yeah.
Who is the stuntman? Like within the stunt community, who's the gold standard? I'm sure there's a lot, but who's like, wow, how do they do what they do? I know, Tom Cruise, obviously, their team is phenomenal. He does most of it himself, if not all of it. So
He does. He doesn't have a stunt double.
And, he's going on, what is it, 60 something, right?
I would say, I think so. I would think so. I think there's another Mission Impossible film coming out. No, isn't it?
I think wasn't it? They said the final reckoning, but is it ever the end if they're still
never the
cashing
end.
the checks? I mean, like, is that how Hollywood works? You just pump them out until there's no gas left in the tank.
I'm sure if he can, he's gonna make another one. Yes. But and I mean, Tom Cruise is definitely an inspiration. Like he does his own stunts, all his own action. There's the very funny story about him, like the health and safety guy, where it's like he wanted to do this massive stunt, like jumping out of a building, and the health and safety guy was like, no, it's too dangerous. And then Tom Cruise goes, so I got another health and safety guy. And so basically, he'll find whatever it takes to get the job done, which I respect. It's a military mindset. Even though I don't think he served, but he served by serving millions brilliant action films. So huge respect to Tom Cruise.
We're entering the age of AI, right? We're entering, or if we're not already in, the age where soon we'll be seeing films without cameras, without actors, without real stunt teams,
Hopefully not.
without real anything. It's just gonna happen. It's a matter of time.
Yeah.
Why do you think that that's a net negative? And why do you think that, like, how do you think we can avoid that? Or should we just kind of accept the inevitable and kind of just, see what we can do with it, with the technology? Will we have to, like, there'll have to be like warning labels on films, like this movie was not shot with real actors or something, like before, so we know that we're watching like a AI,
generated film.
What can we expect in the future, especially when it's expensive, right? Stunt people, sets, building sets, it's expensive. So, but for the audience to be like willing to pay to see and willing to, they want realness, right?
Yeah,
or at least we believe that.
Yes.
But are we dinosaurs? Are we living in the past, or are we just
never, not yet,
romanticizing the golden age of like no AI? How do you see this?
So it is inevitable. Like help me.
Inedible.
Inevitable. Help.
Inevitable.
Inevitable.
Yeah.
Thank you. It is inevitable. It's coming and it's already here, as you said. But I think in the world of like stunts and action, you will have possibly like advisors for those types of. Again, I really hope they don't, completely swap out stunt performers, stunt teams, because that's lives, that's work. But at the end of the day, also, it's not the most important thing. As I mentioned earlier, God first, and if this is not the job right now, then you're going to do something else, but always try to strive to serve him. If it's not in the movie entertainment, then it's in other ways. It's in teaching, instructing, which is something I'm very passionate about. But again, if I don't have the power to flip the switch and cancel all AI technology, and as I said, as you helped me out, it's inevitable. But in the stunt world, what I do see happening, there will be a new job called like a stunt advisor, or an AI stunt advisor, where he will probably see, the prompt or the figure of whatever they created, and if he fell wrong or he fell in a way that completely fractured his back, and he would be like, okay, nah, that's not real, because he would not be able to walk after it.
You've done that yourself, right? On sets and stuff, like you like there'll be a scene. I think you told me you like somebody will fall and it'll be look completely fake and it completely not natural.
Yeah.
Like they get hit by a tank and they just kind of get back up again or whatever. And
if it's a comedy, then
no, I'm just saying, like, you know, you have the suspension of disbelief. You have to have within certain films, like kind of some kind of level of believability, even if it's fantastical.
Sure.
So how do you kind of advise those things?
I mean, it depends what your genre is. If it's a Marvel film, then of course I want to see Chris Evans get beat down 7 times and he gets back 8, because that's Captain America.
That's Captain America, but then you have like Vin Diesel like jumping like a mile and a half like across a bridge into a car and like, you know, dusting off his shoulders.
Yeah. Like he's got the power of family, so that's possible. No, but again, that's a franchise of like Fast and Furious. It's not meant to make you be like, oh yeah, it's real, like I could do it. It's just meant to entertain you and distract you for a couple of hours out of your day.
And as an audience member, what entertains you the most? Like what kind of action films do you want to see?
The most unreal Lord of the Rings, orcs and dragons and elves.
I thought that was a documentary, no?
It's our history. No, but I'll give you an answer. There's a brilliant show now called House of David, which I love. I'm reading the Bible now. For the 3rd time since school, of course, and historical biblical stories I think is very interesting to me. So it's House of David, The Chosen is one about Jesus Christ of Nazareth, from Nazareth, Bethlehem. And I did a film with Jim Caviezel, who played Jesus, actually. Yeah, it was amazing. I told him it was a huge honor. We did that film in Romania. It was called Archangel. It's coming out, I think, sometime next year. But yeah, so those types of stories, those types of entertainment, you know, TV shows, movies attract me, and which is something that me and a friend of mine actually are aiming to achieve, to bring biblical stories from the action perspective.
Wow, that's very cool. Like setting up a production company.
Yeah, in a way. It's coming. It's cooking.
Stay tuned.
Yeah.
Awesome. How, like, I know you mentioned your incredible wife and your work-life balance. How do you define success in your words?
If you're at peace with everything that you do and you have a strong partner by your side that believes in you, I think that's what got me through a lot of these years. And it's really thanks to her that I'm able to do what I do. You know, she's there for me 120%, and I'm there for her, hopefully also as much as I can, and strive to 150, 2,000, 3,000 plus.
Wow.
And yeah, and at the end of the day, I love what I do. It's the best job in the world. You know, I get to shoot at my friends and laugh about it, and he gets up, I get up, we dust it off, and, you know, have a blast. But it's not the most important thing in the world. God first. Do the best that you can while you're here, because time's ticking.
What is, to kind of wrap it up, I wanted to ask, I ask at the end of every segment, what is the best advice that you've ever received and why?
Oh my God, it's going to take me a minute. You're going to have to cut this waiting process because I have to think.
Do 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 do
Elevator
do do Jeopardy do do. It's an old take. I'm aging myself here. Yeah.
Oh man, you got me on a corner here. Most. I want to give you a good one.
Don't overthink it. What comes to you? All
right, ask me that again. Take 2.
Max.
Welcome to the Dean Paz.
What is the best piece of advice that you've ever received and why?
So, I think it's something I told your class. Be kind. Be kind to everyone, regardless, you know, who they are, where they're from, what they can do for you. Just forget all that. Just be kind to from the first person you meet on set to the last person you meet on the way back in the cab. because at the end of the day, we're all on this planet together. We're all stuck here until Elon Musk moves us to Mars or whatever. But we're all here on the same ball, floating in space, on the same mission, which I believe is to be a soldier of God. So be kind.
Amazing. Can you tell us, like, just in short, just some of the projects that you have that's gonna be coming out, where we can find you, where we can see you?
Okay. Let's go on the list. Nightingale, one of my top projects, which I would love to expand, but never mind. So Nightingale, there's a Hallmark film. I think it's called The Groomsman. Yeah, Hallmark. It's great. I love it. It's nothing to do with action. It's a comedy love story.
You're expanding into, I heard, musicals.
Yeah.
Perhaps, comedy.
Jazz hands. I'm going to start dancing with you.
Listen, you got to, Hugh Jackman, big musical guy.
Yep.
Wolverine,
right? Man. So Nightingale, Groomsmen, obviously Lords of War, which will be coming out probably 2027. He-Man, Master of the Universe, probably this year. Extraction, the mercenary TV show. The Agency, which is more of like a stunt role, and which stars Michael Fassbender. Second time I work with Michael Fassbender. Brilliant actor. Those are the ones on the top of my mind at the moment. But yes.
Awesome. All right. Thank you so much for joining us, Max.
Thank you so much for having me.
We appreciate you.
My man.
And should we take it out with a fight? Or?
Yeah. Where's that fire burn? Okay. Where's the fire burn? Huh? Let's get that adjustment money. No,
all right. That's a wrap.
Hey, thank you very much.